4 reasons why you should buy an Airbnb in Atlanta. What's up, everybody? Chase Scroggins here with AtlantaMetroHomes.io. Gonna give you some tips today on why buying an Airbnb in Atlanta makes sense if you're looking to pick up some additional rental properties. First reason, low property taxes. So here in Georgia, one thing I've realized is we've got relatively low property taxes compared to other areas. For example, I have a client who moved from right outside of Philadelphia that was paying like 20 grand a year in property taxes. He moved down here to an area called Swanee, got a $560,000 house. It's like the best house in the neighborhood, is massive, and it's got a big pool and everything. And he's paying right at $4,500, $5 grand a year in property taxes compared to the 20 he was paying for less of a house outside of Philadelphia. I've got another friend who lives in Pittsburgh, and he's paying, I think he said $16,000 a year in property taxes for a pretty nice but normal house, nothing crazy. And you could go get that same house here anywhere in Metro Atlanta and be paying right at like $3,500, $4 grand a year in taxes. So that's a pretty large difference, as you can see. Just one benefit of owning property here in Atlanta. Second, there's a crazy demand for Airbnbs in Atlanta. Over the last 10 years, all these little pockets of Atlanta have become super trendy and revitalized, and now there's a much younger crowd that's moving into those areas, or if they can't move into the area, they're hanging out in the area. So if they can't afford to buy a place in the area, then what are they gonna do? They gotta have somewhere to stay, so they go to Airbnb. Now, the demand is there for many reasons, that being one of them. Also, we just won the World Series. The Georgia Bulldogs just won the national championship in college football. So we got some cool stuff going on, and all these events are happening in Atlanta where people need Airbnbs. So we've also got the airport, people constantly traveling in and out of Atlanta for business, or even if people are vacationing, oftentimes they have to at least stop in Atlanta. So tons of reasons why people need Airbnbs. There are massive returns on Airbnbs in general, but especially in Atlanta. Now, even just like on a general basis, one of my coaches and mentors, he was telling me a story about how he was trying to get $1,300 a month for his rental property up in Maryland, and he was hard pressed to even get that. But when he put that same unit on Airbnb for short-term rentals, it went from barely getting $1,300 a month to he's making like 50 grand, 60 grand a year on his income from Airbnb, which is insane. So he looked at that and basically is gung-ho about Airbnb now, so much to the point where he's an ambassador with Airbnb and teaches people how to become super hosts and all of that good stuff. Which, by the way, if you want more tips on how to become a super host, just send me a text or give me a call at 404-680-4324. I would love to go through that with you. Another thing about Airbnbs, if you really want to check out the potential for the returns on any property here in Atlanta, go to airdna.com, and you can type in any property and it'll pull data from all the relevant Airbnbs in the area and give you a projection of what kind of income you could make for that property before you even buy it. Outside of that, if you need any help finding property or have any questions about Atlanta or Metro Atlanta as a whole, feel free to give me a call. Again, 404-680-4324. I look forward to talking to y'all soon. Have a good one.